We've got breaking news out of the NFL where Brandon Aiyuk's holdout in San Francisco has come to an end. The 49ers and the All-Pro wide receiver have agreed to terms on a 4-year, $120 million extension. That's per multiple reports. Aiyuk had requested a trade earlier in the offseason when it looked like a deal wouldn't get done, but the two sides were able to come to an agreement. The All-Pro wideout is now locked up in the Bay Area for the next 5 seasons. When we look at the most games with 100-plus receiving yards in a season, Jerry Rice, Brandon Aiyuk with 7 games in 2023, and of course, Jerry Rice again. Here to help us break it all down from CBSSports.com, Ryan Wilson. Ryan, it had to be me that broke the news. First of all, I am excited. You saw it there. 4 years, $120 million. I want to get your thoughts on this deal and the impact for the 49ers, who are a favorite to get back to the Super Bowl this year.
My first thought, Brandon Aiyuk's getting that Katie Mox money, so he finally came to terms with the 49ers. I thought you'd like that one. But the thing that I keep coming back to, Katie, is what took so long? He got $30 million, so he got less than Justin Jefferson at 35 and CeeDee Lamb at 34. And even A.J. Brown, he makes $32 million a year for the Eagles. So 30 was the ballpark. And I think initially the 49ers had come in something south of that. We'd heard reports a few weeks ago that the Patriots are willing to pay a little bit more than that, maybe even up to $32 million. I think we all understand why Brandon Aiyuk decided not to go to the Patriots. They have a huge issue with quarterback and offensive line. But if the $30 million mark was going to be the landing spot, it's just curious that it took this long to get here. You got the sense that head coach Kyle Shanahan and GM John Lynch were frustrated down the stretch, and you understand why. I would say this, he's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, Katie, but he's not the best player on this offense. He may not even be the second or third best player in this offense, which tells you how good this offense is. But this unit certainly is going to benefit from having him out there because of all the things we've seen him do in recent years for the 49ers.
Yeah, you said it right there. He's not the best player on this offense, but probably one of the best players at his position in the NFL. He's been sitting out for a very long time, and we've seen this with other players. When they sit out this long, it doesn't always lead to a breakout season. So what are your expectations for Aiyuk, certainly in the beginning part of the season?
Well, it's good that he has a rapport with Brock Purdy, the quarterback, who's going to get paid very soon as well. But this feels a little bit differently than what we've heard Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow say in Cincinnati, because Jamar Chase is having his own holdout. They played together in college, and Joe Burrow said in recent days that we only need a day or two to get on the same page. It feels like it may take a little bit longer than that to Brandon Aiyuk, just because of the lack of familiarity long term. All that said, when you have guys like Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel and George Kittle, they drafted Ricky Pearsall, who's getting healthy. There's not the urgency to get out there and catch 10 balls in week 1. So you can ease him back in, and that's one of the benefits of playing in this offense. He's not the go-to guy. He's not even necessarily has to be wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3. So I think that's the good news. They can build game plans around Brandon Aiyuk to get him comfortable and let him get his toe in the pool slowly instead of just jumping into the deep end. But I think ideally, and John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan would tell you this, they would just love to have had Aiyuk there for the last 3 or 4 weeks. But here we are. Aiyuk's finally paid. He's probably happy about that, and I would imagine Shanahan's happy to have his wide receiver back as well.
Yeah, the 49ers took care of one thing with Aiyuk, but there's still one more thing that they need to take care of, and that's Trent Williams, who reportedly is not playing around with his holdout. So 49ers fans and myself will be holding our breath until then, but we'll celebrate this win on this side. Ryan Wilson, thanks for joining us today and giving your insight. And here's another look at the highest paid wide receivers in the NFL. You got Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, and then the 3 at the bottom where Brandon Aiyuk is tied with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, and again, the newest $30 million man, Brandon Aiyuk.